for being here this evening. We are pretty much sure that most of you know about Satpathy ji, but I'm just going to go ahead and give a brief introduction of Mr. Satpathy. Sri Bhanu Satpathy ji, fondly known as Guruji, is a leading torchbearer in spreading the life and teachings of Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi in India and abroad for about the last 2 decades. Guruji is a retired senior bureaucrat from Government of India, and he hails from Baripada in Orissa, and he is an ardent Sai devotee. He is a writer, poet, music composer, social reformer, and is known as Guruji by millions of Sri Sai devotees. Guruji has been instrumental in creating more than 400 Sai temples worldwide, all over the world, in USA, Canada, UK, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand and India. On June 24th, Guruji was invited to open the United States House of Representatives, that's the Congress for those of you, with a prayer as a guest chaplain, and Guruji is the first Indian to have done this in the history of Congress sessions. Guruji is an accomplished musician, lyricist and composer of Hindi and Oriya music. He has produced more than 100 compilations of devotional music in major Indian languages involving world-renowned musicians and artists from Indian music industry. As a singer also, he has given his golden voice in singing the glory of his master Shirdi Sai in many music releases. For those who are in the path of Sai movement, his songs, especially sung by him, give listeners a unique and devotional feelings to any listeners and take them into a kind of oblivion. Guruji's authored books titled Sri Shirdi Sai Baba and Other Perfect Masters and Baba May I Answer, Age of Shirdi Sai in English, Guru Bhagavata in 5 parts in Odia. His books have been translated in many national and international languages like Hindi, Marathi, Telugu, Odia, Assamese, Tamil, etc. He has written 1600 verses on various aspects of a Guru-Shishya relationship, published in 5 volumes of Sri Guru Bhagavata in Odia that is being translated in Hindi and English. Many magazines and journals like the Heritage of Shirdi Sai Baba Darshan and Sai Krupa, Sai Bani, Sai Kiranalu, Sai Ananta are being published in India under his patronage in various regional languages. With his inspiration, the Sai Utsav, an annual event dedicated towards spreading Sai consciousness across the globe, was started at Chicago, USA in the year 2001 and subsequently celebrated at Sydney, Johannesburg, Nairobi, London and many places all over the world. One of his major contributions is the creation of a rich library on Sai literature containing original books, magazines, research material on Shirdi Sai to help researchers and devotees alike. Guruji is also the founder of trustee of Shirdi Sai Global Foundation, an organization committed towards social welfare, providing massive relief and rehabilitation work. Today, with Guruji's blessings, Sri Sai movement is spreading at a greater pace throughout the country and even abroad. Guruji does not recommend the path of running away from the world in search of God, but encourages and lends spiritual support to seekers to become pious and find Shirdi Sai within us while fighting the materialistic battle. So I'll just go ahead and hand it over to Guruji to say a few words. So we would all appreciate if you could just maintain like pin drop silence so that you all can enjoy his words of wisdom. Thank you.
Silent.
Jai Shri Sai.
Jai Shri Sai.
Jai Shri Sai.
Jai Shri Sai.
I'm happy to be here. That's because I have come for Washington DC. This is second visit within 10 days. Something special about this place this time. Are you settled? Okay. Right. Now, thank you for introducing me with such nice words, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Padmaji, and other friend who came to invite me for coming here. I came to Washington DC on 24th to the House of Representatives. As a guest chaplain, went back somewhere, invisible, again appearing for OSA, Odisha Society of America's annual convention, global convention in the Kennedy Hall, we had something yesterday. Continue for another 2 days. This is my second visit in 10 days. It happened in between. The Padmaji had met me about 10 years back. They had taken a small statue. This has been happening all over the world. Somebody from Germany had taken a photo somewhere, now landed up with the temple after 8 years or 10 years. She has taken a temple, it is not happening. Somebody had taken one of the cloth and that temple has come up. We have a New Zealand temple, we have $6 million. We created it last year, I think. Our friend is here, Amar is here. We are Raghunath Reddy from Hyderabad. We have created about 35, 36 temples in Andhra Pradesh. Now I don't know which one is what. Telangana and all that. And state-wise all that. Shirdi Sai movement, by the time I went first to Baba in 89, and up to 95 and over that decade, the largest number of devotees were Telugus. Be sure of it. Internationally also, when I saw in a Telugu group that have been Exodus people, have created the maximum number of Sai movement in United States. Although now they have got about 12 associations. I have gone all over length and breadth of Andhra. Of course, Odisha we have created about 17 temples, another 40 coming. Andhra about small, big, should be having about more than 500 temples. My temple, first temple was in Chennai. The trustee was here, Mansabi Chandani. She is there very much, the first temple we started there in 1994. So it is a long journey in the path. And mind you, I started when I was all alone with the Bulchandra family, and by now it has been happening. It's a very strange, this Sai Baba is a strange phenomenon. If you observe how this movement is happening, there is something bordering on which is not reason. You can reason it out why it is happening, but is actually happening. It's difficult to find out how this saint who wound up his motor coil in 1918 is becoming a family member of the Sai devotees. He is no more a god. He is a family person, and people have a very sweet relationship mentally with him, like a father, like a teacher, whatever. Casting across the differentiations that people think. They feed him, they imagine about him, they cry for him, I've said anywhere. See, if you think that this is only happening in India, Odisha, Maharashtra, no. All over the world, wherever I met the Sai devotees, these features strangely are the same. And also, mind you, gentlemen, this management system of Sai movement, etc., is not like a corporate management or institutional management in which you have a program, Shirdi Sai Sankar, the effects like Pope's Vatican is doing something, no, it is doing nothing. That, so much of people are coming to Shirdi that they are fighting their best to cope with that. Of course, we take Shirdi as our model. But this sprouting of people, sometimes one man, sometimes 5 people, themselves through their own money, to their own love and cooperation, coming up temples and other institutions, we come up with international level schools, hospitals, etc. Sai Baba's temple is the part now, next it will go a different way now. It will go. We will come for social causes now, world social causes. Like for example now in the flood affected areas, what I am planning when I build a temple, I will give the flood shelter below and the temple above. In my temple, near Jagannath, Puri, we can build a temple at 20 feet height. Very big temple. So when there is a flood, 5,000 people could be shared there. Temples are not only meant for prayer, they should be built in a manner in future so that can give shelter to people. And also at the time of crisis, it should be able to help people. New dimensions coming. Next is I am giving them the direction now for environmental protection management, for sustenance of our life forms. This is one thing, if we don't think now, tomorrow we shall be in trouble. Health. Health is one issue again. How to coordinate health from here to India, expertise, exchange, education, all those. Only prayers are not sufficient. Prayers are sufficient for me, for making me happy. But if I am happy, let me try to make others happy. A happiness is never a repository of an individual. Believe me, if happiness doesn't generate happiness in others, one is only happy with himself. It cannot be happiness. It's sort of a temporary pleasure, could be. So what Sai Baba taught is this, by uniting people. All of you who have read Shirdi Sai Baba must have found 2-3 factors. One is, he encouraged the families to come. The father, the mother, the daughter, the friend. Whosoever came got a family. So he was in favor of the normal family system. And the moral code of conduct and ethics for the management of the family system. That was Shirdi. If Baba were not there in that village and the way he was handling that, although sometimes he was getting vexed handling these people, then many families would have fallen apart. Today, even in Delhi and many places, where Baba is in the families, in our temples in India particularly, only 10% people would be there who don't come with family, 90% come with family. Grandfather, granddaughter, child, everybody is tuned with that and the same value. And therefore, when in the divisive sector, today in the society, thought processes are very highly individualistic, good enough. There must be a uniting force in a family. Believe me, it could be music, it could be cultural background. But hearing in the Sai families, everywhere I find in India, is a uniting factor in the families. Very, very much. If you do not know, come and experience how they happen. Their entire life holistically rotates around Baba's theme. Call it a birth of a child, going through education, doing a job, getting a wife, getting a child, doing a function. Everything I see every day, thousands of people. The whole life there is a magnet which is by strange method putting everybody in that equation. And the family life becomes happier when now there is a lot of segregations in family system. It is holding very well with the Sai families there. That's my experience about. You have places like, Delhi, you have got 10-15 temples around. That's one factor of Sai Baba. Number 2 is the simplest approach of him. As I was telling yesterday in this Odisha function, that between you and God, we don't want mediums, much of them. We don't want abstractions, much of them. We don't understand the Sanskrit. We just do. We don't understand the meaning. If you don't understand the meaning, how will you have the bhava? You can't have it. So I have translated the entire of Sai Arati, Sai Satchitra into song in the same swar in the Odia language. Done. They are being sung. They understand. Baba simplified all these factors. Supposing you have a deity you are worshipping and here is a guru. Here he will not say, don't worship him, worship me. Rather he will say, worship your deity, whatever you have, then come to me. One of the obstructions that gurus create is over. You belong to certain caste. India, there is no problem about caste to Baba because Bhagavati Shinde was a scheduled caste man who was the only person given the right to treat his body, nobody else. When the high caste Brahmins were there. Not even Abdul was sleeping with him, a Muslim. So second is the barrier of caste. So if I have to worship Trimurti, it must be of a particular caste. I don't believe at all. In my temple it is clear. Anybody of any caste can worship if he knows the job. No caste system in Baba. Because we are the master and the devotee. We don't recognize any caste. End of it. To get trained, we'll do it. Even we don't recognize that only men would do it. No. A devotee is a devotee, man, Roman. Everybody has a right to, and every daughter or child can go and touch the father and kiss him. So every child of the master can do in worship and touch and feeling, no problems. Cut it out. Our palki at one of the temple I have started now is being pulled by only women on one day. We have started. These are the barriers. Next is do the complex arati system. Unless you have done it, so much of food and so much of flour and that for us money, he is putting gold, I am a poor man, can't put nothing doing, we don't mind that at all. Any devotee, there is no importance of money in our problems with us. We are not bothered about money and social etiquettes. We are not bothered about so-called elite class. That means nothing absolutely. Here, if you are simple, there is no elitism in it. It is simple man to man and human beings coming together. And let us discuss, let us talk, let's be happy at one area in which all these egos are not functioning, so the temples are sold. See, if you take the values of a temple, correct temple, to your house becomes a temple. If you carry the values of a house in which everybody loves and stays together to a temple, temple becomes a home. The reverse is possible. If you take all the bad traits of a temple to home, there is fight, and all the bad areas of the home to your temple, it becomes politics. So you have to see what you want. There is a world of competition for all of us. In business we are competing, in society we are competing, in even literature we are competing, in science we are competing. There must be one area which is not based on competition, but the antithesis of cooperation. Outer world is competition. Home is cooperation. Temple, in our experience, has been cooperation. Because in my temples particularly related, we don't believe in committees. We don't believe in any fight. Who is bigger, who is smaller? Because I am nothing in the temple. I am not become a manager at Rasti either. Nothing. My simple thing. You say Sai Nara Baba is a good man and he taught us all that and we love Sai Baba and everything. We read Sai Satchitra every day. We read Sai Satchitra. Why do we read it unless we understand what it means? It is not that reading and forgetting. Like many houses I have seen, the old Gita books are wrapped in red or yellow cloth with every day what do they do? Put it into Bharveli or Chandan. And Gita is done. That's how they thought Gita is being handled properly. Every day they never read. They'll put that cloth and clean it, put in Chandan and Bharveli, and this Lord save me. That's not the way. There's no point having that Gita over there. I mean, you can have a daughter named Gita. And I have seen people unnecessarily doing so much of labor, running from this point to that point, purchasing so much of things for Baba, etc. But that's fine. As if he is waiting for your material support. You don't have to put lot of material phenomena into it. Please. And don't go for the competition. That fellow is a bigger devotee, I am a smaller devotee. That fellow is taking down, he is a bigger devotee, somebody is a smaller devotee. Anybody who is giving opinions on the devotion of others is less intelligent, if not foolish. If devotion, point of target is Baba. So at least allow him to judge. Why do you want to be the judge on his behalf or delegated authority which is not given to you? Authority is not delegated in any case. So, I understand what you understand. Temple building is easier than temple running. We were building internet temple, actually $6 billion, somebody is coming 4.5 Australia, it's coming, that's all coming. Here what is necessary is a thought process more than dollarism. Dollarism is not functional with us in any case, in my temples there. Because we don't want any dollars from outside for my temples in India. I said, let the children pay 5 rupees each and build a temple, whatever money they have. Why do you want to take from there? Don't take your money. And we don't ask for. Similarly, we think that wherever you build a temple, build in your own capacity. Build it if it's small, doesn't matter. Don't think that if a big Baba, he may give an elephant, if a small Baba, you give a sheep or something, and there's an ego problem there. It's not that. So all these situations that we think, the more you cut out and make it simplistic, what I say, the whole approach is to be very simple. We have made it complex by our own ego and our imagination sometimes which runs riot. As if you are having a spiritual acrobatics or spiritual circuiting out here. Be careful, this means nothing. A trust is formed. We have so many trusts running. This is a trust which is formed. I don't know all of them, but I met someone. Some people have created the trust. Well, you have to go by the rules of the trust. If you don't go by the rules of the trust, you want a different rule, better create another temple and have that rule. So long as our temples are concerned, the rule of the trust will prevail. Somebody wants that he must give a golden or silver something up there, Baba. We don't permit it. Rather we not have it. Because every day he will come and say, this is the thing I will do, he ego rises. I will not allow people to come to the temple and raise their egos because you want to put it down. Let the temple be said. Now I got very emotional. Baba came to me in dreams and he knocked at my door and all these frauds. Okay, come. I've seen millions of people with this approach. Somebody having honey coming out, somebody is funny coming out, somebody saw him. I don't believe any of this. I believe the ordinariness of human beings and qualities of Baba of kindness and cooperation. None of this impresses me. I've seen, by now you know where I am, I know all those things. Don't go for miracle mongering. That is one of the worst things. Don't go. You can see a dream of anything if you think intensely, including your mother-in-law and I'm sorry, out of scare and Baba as well. Anything you think intense, don't think that guy is giving it. Then your mother-in-law should have the capability to give you a dream. Okay. So don't interpret everything and don't think that you have been very highly spiritualized, therefore dreams are coming and well, you are now right in the lap of Baba and nothing to worry, so better do corruption. I've seen how the thought works. Somebody thought he gave a donation of $10,000 and he is spiritualized. He is spiritualized with $8,000 as I call it. This is not necessary. It's good and kind for God to bless people with these aspects of money and other things. I am not against that. Another concept. All moneyed people are bad and poor people are divine. Have you not seen? His lot of money must be corrupt. I am poor, I am very good. This is absolutely passive. This is a negative thought. Incapability of earning. No. God has given the capacity to earn his money, like God has given the capacity to earn your money. Earn it in an honest way and spend it in an honest way. Who tells you not to earn more money? If he earns, then what is your problem now? How are you more spiritualized than him? Because he has earned more money. On the one hand, we think of the past life karma and all that big theory, and Baba also told. If you believe in past life karma, as Baba said, then he had done good job, he has got a lot of money. And you are swindling people around. So why did you think that is past karma? I have one logic in life. When good thing comes, it is yours. Bad thing comes, some guy is responsible. So these are the things, if you read entire Shirdi side. Baba told us that fellow was blaming someone, सुअर का बच्चा देखो यही खाएगा. ये सुअर का बच्चा कुछ भी दे दो कीचड़ खाएगा. तो काय के लिए सुअर का बच्चा बनने को काय को नकोरे, okay, Hyderabad. So you okay, Hyderabad is the ऐसा होता है ना. So whole Baba ka entire experiment you did is nothing, but he was always wary about what his devotees were thinking. He would ask, you meet him, go and talk. What were they talking in the water? And he'd ask that fellow, what is he doing? He would say, the entire thing was controlling the thought process of the devotees. Unless the thought process is controlled, Baba or Sai Satcharitra or us or by then the whole thing that we think is just like a pack of cards, well built, like a house. It doesn't stop at all. With a little moment of bad destiny, little moment, we don't have the strength of holding. Faith holds us very strongly to resist and face bad times in life. Faith may not have much benefit in good times because you don't need it, you're happy. But faith has definitely a potentiality, if you have real faith, to hold you in bad times. That's why I got thousands of letters with me writing, thousands. I can tell you how many. So that is what I'm saying. But faith will be strong if I am following the principles of faith. It cannot be that I ask that guy to follow the principles and I am not following. It cannot be. It's a two-way contract, not one-side contract. We expect that whatever we do, ultimately, somebody should excuse us because he's supposed to have kindness which is beneficial to me. The master is supposed to have quantum of kindness in the x and x, y-axis both full, so that he goes and excuses me for whatever I do, so he's a good guy. Otherwise he is not. We don't want to take the responsibility of our actions. So do you think these people are creating children who are parasitical? Who don't want to stand by themselves for somebody else's responsibility, put that master and that God. The hypothetical God is the biggest punching bag of human society. You never know if you have never seen God, you may be praying somebody without knowing. But okay, then let's say that you are honest in your devotion. But God becomes an absolute punching or sometimes when things fail. So the entire concept of devotion fails there. Shraddha and Sabri goes there. Overdo things first, anticipating this will happen. Then things don't happen, faith is over. Then cost analysis of loss and gain, chatted about it. Starts off. I have seen any number of cases like this. They don't say, but that's what it is. So I would expect Padmaji Vidhargyare. This is little interaction because there's no time for all that. And you have a lot of programs. I think I'm very happy with you because I never expected to come to this temple. Padmaji is an old relation and I'm here and my whole team is here. And I expect your temple to come up. Well, it will come up in any case. That's alright. The only point is how smoothly it comes up. And then how smoothly it runs thereafter is the issue. So we prepare the temple from the conceptual level for its smoothness in future. So the very conceptual level is smooth, thought is smooth, that will come. Now she promised to show me a place. You want to show me? After I finish up. Let me finish up then. In the middle time, I think we got paid. She's a famous singer from my state, She sang yesterday in the OSA convention, come all the way from India. And we got many of our trustees that were introduced to you later on. They've all come at their own cost. There we have not invited them, but they have come, they will go anywhere in the world, we go to Minneapolis at our own cost. And actually, believe me, we don't depend on doing any help from anyone. We are devotees, so we will go at our own cost. And we don't believe in fundraising at all. If possible, Baba, I'll give whatever I don't raise funds. your money to serve him. No, we don't. But in the United States, that is the rule, I believe. And fundraising is going on. Okay, whatever the rules there. But in India, we don't do that. We are sufficient ourselves to do things are different. So with these words, my friends, we put some literature. I think the Sai Raghunath Reddy Garvekid of Chandi. Okay, now he is the principal of management at Tirupati Venkateswara College. He is handling my South India affairs. And so we, Guru Bhagavad, which is my main book, 5 volumes and 20,000 language, 20,000 words. It will be translated to all languages. Punjabi is coming, Hindi is already there. The Telugu was sung by this Janaki and Unni Krishnapuram, composition by me and Dave. So they will, I think they want to release it. And the books will release Sri Guru Bhagavad Telugu. We will not release here, we will release in Minneapolis temple. Because something must be left for there. We released 4 books yesterday, 3 books on CD. We will all share whatever we have here. I am talking very comfortably here without very high funda theories about spiritualism. And with the thrust of Sanskrit words which nobody would understand. In simple, pure English which is legible and edible. Anyway, thank you for calling me. I hope to come again whenever I happen to come here. And thank you for all sitting here patiently listening to all the blah blah I said. And now let them sing, let Padmaji take me to show the place, let me have a look, and the gentleman who was wishing here. May Sri Sai bless you. Jai Sri Sai.
Jai Sri Sai.
Jai Sri Sai.
Jai Sri Sai.
Thank you.
Guruji, thanks a lot. And for those of you, please, can you just please be seated here? Guruji is just going to go look at the premises and look at the site of the main temple, and he's going to be back here for the Hati. In the meantime, they'll be singing the bhajan, so you can please be seated here and not follow Guruji there. So.
Let me come back after Shiva. I think that can be done. Okay.
So he's going to come back here and do the book release here. So if you can just have a few minutes, enjoy the bhajans, that will be really appreciated. Thank you.
I'm back. Now I'm not a vehicle. Follow me vehicle of the airport. Don't follow me. Bye.